Welcome everybody back to Minecraft Create. Today we are going to be looking at netherite, and I'm actually going to be making two videos of this. So this one and hopefully the next one after this. Let's go both be on netherite because there's different ways of doing it, or the two ways that I've found the best. So let's jump right into it, shall we? First thing, okay, you've all seen the cobble generators and all that, the things that I've built. So we've got a cobble generator, which we are crushing to get gravel, and then the gravel is getting crushed up so we can get sand, clay, and flint. But the flint we don't obviously want, so we're disregarding the flint. And you can see here we've got the clay filtering out, coming into this vault, and we're washing the sand. As you can see here, that's getting washed into clay, going into there. Okay, now that's the normal thing. This is now where it starts to get a bit more complicated, I should say. I think first of all we can actually increase this by one more. There we go. Make that go a little bit faster. Okay, now we need to get to netherite scrap. So if you see here we got our netherite scrap, which that's obviously what you need to make netherite ingots, to make everything else. Okay, your blocks and so forth, and armor and all those things. But it's a bit of a process getting there. So now the first thing we're going to do is build up. Let's quickly do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I want some soul sand. No, hold on. Wait, I'm doing this wrong. Nope, not soul sand, not yet. I'm forgetting. I'm going one step a bit too quick now. Okay, so we can do that. We need a vault over here. I just use vault because it's easier to show you guys how the things are going. Okay, so first thing, we do that, and okay, we can use that like that. We just add that on there. Okay, now the clay we need to cook into bricks, which is a normal thing that you can do on normal vanilla Minecraft and everything as well. So it's not too much of a long shot to do. We just get out that. I want to take that signal and move it all the way to there. Okay, so we're going to do that, and then we're going to add that in a second. Okay, so first we're going to get the clay coming out of here. So we're going to put that on, and we're going to filter out clay only. Obviously if you've only got clay in there you should be fine, but you know, rather safe than sorry. So that's going to be clay, and we're going to stick this like so, and here we want the bricks. Okay, now these bricks you usually use to make those red bricks, those factory looking things, but that is not what we're doing at the moment. So now we're going to stick down some fans. And what else did I want now? I need some lava, and I think I need a trapdoor actually. Let's get some trapdoors here. It's going to make things a little bit easier. Okay, so now we can just stick some trapdoors in. Keep our lava at bay. And then we're going to cut it off like so. Okay. Best way to cook things is using lava. Let me block this off. Especially if you're in survival, so you don't obviously cook yourself. And then this we can just extend all the way across like this. And we're going to need more of this. So, okay. Now that's going that way. And now we can activate that. Let's check is it going the right way. No, it's not. So all we do is add in another one of those. Okay, now that clay is going to come out. And that's going to start cooking. And hopefully it'll be just long enough to get these bricks. But now we've still got more to do. This is where the soul sand comes in. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, we're going to stick down our soul sand and get our fans again. Let's stick our fans on there. Oops. Oh, see what I mean by pushing you? Okay, let's first get rid of that. Otherwise we're going to have a hard time trying to get everything set up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, now we do the same thing again. And extend that way. Extend that way. Now I link it up. Obviously you can make this smaller, like I've said before. You don't need to do all these belts. If you want to use one belt, with a row of fire on there, you can do that. It does take a little bit longer because using a smaller area surface to actually cook your stuff, so it takes a bit longer. Okay, so now we should have the bricks cooking through there, so we're going to stick that on there. So we only want these bricks coming through. Did they go on? Yes, they did. Okay. Now, if you cook, obviously, bricks with soul fire, you get nether bricks, because we're obviously changing it now to our nether brick. The other way that I'm going to show you, which is going to be there in the next video, hopefully, is actually much easier than this way. This is a long way, but it gives you different items that you don't, I would say, usually have, maybe. I think I'm going to put one of those. No, I don't. Okay. Let's do that. And I've got to switch those things on. So let's switch that on like so. And we just do that. Okay, so now we can't get burnt by that either. Okay, so that should now cook into nether bricks. Obviously the flame was a little bit slow because I was still busy building it. That should go through without any problems. Okay, so that's all moved across. That's cooking into there. And there we go. We've got our nether brick all set up. Okay, everything else looks okay. Let's actually going to take this power because we're still going to need more power down there. Oops. We'll just move this along. Now obviously depending on how big or what you build, what your power source is and everything, obviously affects your speed and everything, but once you get to a certain point, then obviously you can build it like this. It makes things a bit easier and you can see clearly what you're doing. Now we've got nether bricks or nether brick, and now we need to make nether bricks. Bricks and bricks is too many brick things words. Now the best way to do this is with a basin. Now depending on how much you use of these, but we're going to do once along. So let's just stick that there. Put that on there. Brick like so. Then we're going to stick that over there. So obviously I can add a few of these down here, but I don't think that is completely necessary at the moment. Where is my gearbox? Stick that there. Okay, and that's going to go onto that. Just need to change that around. And then we've got our gearbox. Now this one, we can actually add a gearbox in over there. And that's going to get turned around, so we can do that. I think this should... No, we got to change that as well. There we go. Okay, so that's going in the right direction. Now we want to change... Oops. Okay, so we're going to stick that on there. That's nether brick. And we need to get nether bricks coming out. Only. And then it starts to get a little bit more challenging. Let's put a vault down. Just so it makes it a little bit easier over here. Oh, come now. There we go. Okay, so this is only going to be nether bricks coming into that. So we're going to stick that on there. That comes out. And, okay, then we've got our nether brick going into that. And obviously you use 4 of these to make one of those. Okay, so that's our next step. This is a long way around. Now, let's have a look here. Okay, nether scrap, and then you combine nether scrap with gold and everything as well to get your nuggets. And now we are one step over there. Now let's see. No, that's not what I'm looking for. Oops. Microphone. I'm missing a step. There we go. Okay, so now, in order to get the nether scrap, we gotta take this nether bricks and crush it. Then we got a chance of getting nether scrap. But we also get nether bricks again. So what we can do is, we can recycle that nether brick back into this thing there to reuse it. And then that makes things a little bit easier. So we now need to crush this. I think we're going to actually extend this. How much I got here? I think that's long enough. There we go. Okay, so we're going to get some crushing wheels. And we're going to take that. I think I can fit in 3 sets. Is that center? Yes, it is. We're going to stick that. There, it should be long enough. One there, and this one over there. You should be long enough to fit through there. Okay, so I'm going to stick... Oops. Close that up. Now, once you... That. Okay, one there. Knock that out. Okay, stick that like that, and then we should be able to get this all in the same direction. Just flip that around. Okay, I'm going to draw the power from down here. Okay, stick that. Okay, is that all going in the right direction? Can't tell at the moment. I don't think so. I think that actually needs to flip the other way. So let's add in another. Okay, that looks like it's going all the right direction now. Okay, so here we are only going to be using the bricks. So let's put a filter on here to make sure that we are only getting bricks. Sometimes weird things happen, especially if you're using a lot of mods, and you might get more than one item coming out there. Okay, now that's going to get crushed out, and we're going to need another vault. Put a vault here. Okay, now we're obviously going to have more bricks coming out of here again. Now we need to recycle that brick all the way back to there. So I'm going to stick that like that. Put you there. And draw this all the way back. So most of it will get recycled basically. Pick that on there. Let's say that's now in the right. There we go. Now I want you like that. Okay, don't need that. I need my one of you. And then that we're going to stick onto there. Let's just, like, you don't usually need it, but I feel safer just for some reason putting a block at the end here. Makes it a little bit, makes me feel safer. Okay, so that's nether bricks. That's going to go out and go all the way to there. Now these we can power. And we're going to put some filters on that. We now need to draw this power. So let's I think we can just stick that like that. I think we can just join this all together. There, we need another one on there, and there we go. That should crush that. And there we got it. We got nether brick and nether scrap. Now these guys we can, let's see, is this going to go the right way? No, it's not. Okay, so let's well, we'll do that. See if that's going to work. Just about. Do that. And are you going to work for me? Oh, no, you're not. Okay, let's see if we can do it this way. There we go. Okay, not going to worry about that. That can stay there, it's fine. Okay, so that's going that way. Now we need to add that on there. Let's hope this goes the right way. There we go, and then we're recycling our nether brick. Okay, so far so good. You know, depending on how much comes through, this thing's only using like 1.5 at the moment, depending on how much comes in there. But now that's also a bit slower. So here we can actually add on another one of these, you know. So let's quickly do that. Let's add another one. Thinking 2 is probably enough. Now let's add. Let's do that. Let's add that on. Since we've got so much of this. I've already, yeah. Let's click onto that. Okay, we need a basin. We need one on there. And one on there. Okay, the bricks is going through there. And then we want to stick that like that, that. And we can add that on, and now we need just to add a filter with bricks. There we go. And now we've got 2 of them. It'll speed things up a little bit. Because there is plenty. So I can add in like another 2 or 3 or whatever. All depending on how much you use. Okay, so that's going through. We've got nether brick, nether scrap. Now we need gold. Now, by this time, obviously, well, before we get to a point like we do here, you got gold. Obviously, we got our gold farm over there somewhere, which you can transport your gold to here. But in order to get this, no, that's not what I'm looking for. There we go. Now you can add a mechanical crafter. Depending if this is near your gold farm. If you've got this near your gold farm, it'll make it easier. Or if maybe the gold farm's a bit of a distance away and then it's coming down somewhere on the belt or something. Then you can set up a mechanical crafter. Let me quickly find this here. Okay, so let's say you... Okay, where are you now? Mechanical crafter, where are you? There you are. Mechanical crafter and the arm. Okay, so like I showed you guys before in another video. Let's see, where did I use mechanical crafters? I think it was this one. Here we go. You'll build exactly like I've got here. So you can build 2 belts coming out of, let's say, out of the vault there, where that scrap is now in. And then one is a scrap, and one is the gold. And then you build it up so that each gets allocated in like that. So we'll quickly go back here. That's depending if your gold farm is close by. Because then you could transfer your gold into the same vault, which is obviously this one. And then have your mechanical crafters being over here. You're going to have your machine thing over there. And then as the belts, your belts will be coming, basically one is going to be there and one is going to be on that side like that. Then it will just... come now. Let's just put this the right way here, then you can see a bit better. Okay, that's not exactly how it looks, but just you get a feeling, because if you go look at my other videos there, you'll see how I built this. So the scrap now, that nether scrap will come out on one belt. And if you've got gold coming into this, you can have this coming on another belt, and they can craft your ingots exactly like it is here. Now it's 1, that's 4, it's 8, so obviously you're going to need at least 8 of these. So if you got like that, I think that's right. That's, no, technically you're actually going to need 9. So this is like that. And you're not going to use that. And then you'll filter it out. Obviously you got to remember to change this. So it will paste your scrap there, and then the other one will place the gold in wherever it needs to be. And then that gets filtered out exactly in that same recipe to get your ingot. And then if you want, you can add another mechanical crafter to make your blocks. If you want blocks, but at the end, the blocks you're going to break down to use it again anyway. So it's not really worth it to do it that way. Okay, well, there's not much else to do here. If you don't want to build this, you can actually just do it manually. You can stick this into a chest or whatever the case may be. But you can see it doesn't do that much. Look there, I only got 22 scrap in there. But now this will just keep going and keep recycling. So you can see there is a lot of brick in there, and that's still coming through. So if you want to get this done a bit quicker, you can add on more of these if you build a system like this. Otherwise, choice is yours how you build it or how much resources you use. You could make it a tenth of this size and use less vaults and You can actually even use drawers if you want, instead of the vaults. But the problem is when you have more than one item. Okay, now there you can use a drawer. That you can use a drawer. There you can use a drawer. Probably this is... No, this is different. Yeah, but depending if you're splitting items up, then it gets a bit more difficult. And when you got more than one item going in or out. Because now there you want to add that in, and then you got that going in and that. You're limited with space, so a vault is usually the best thing to use. Okay, well that is one way to get netherite scrap. So I'll see you guys in the next video, then I'll show you the different way in order to make netherite. So till then, cheers.